Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Behind the Keys. It's the first of the month, which means it's time for another crappy video on my phone. Now, I took Rhubar's advice and I moved the lights up and I hung them on nails into the wall so that it wouldn't be right into my eyes. This has given me the rack space available to put a Euro rack. And if you don't know what Euro rack is, I can explain it maybe in next month's video, but it's a 3-unit standard 19 inches across. It doesn't have to be this size, but it always has to be about three units of height. So I have this is 84 HP, but there's rack cases that can go to 200 HP. HP is like the horizontal positioning. So anyways, it fits into my rack. That's the size, 84 HP, and it takes up 3 units of space. And I'll show you what these modules are doing in just a second. But on the first hand, I want to go over the inputs of the video switcher, because I've switched things around and it's more optimized, and I'm excited to show you what I've done. Now, video 1, or input 1, starting out gray, can't even speak, is a camera. Input 2 is a crazy effects thing. Input 3 is all my games, and input 4 is the scaler, which is the camera view that you see me in a little square at the top left or the top right of while I'm playing the game. So for video switching, if you want to have a lot of sources that show video, you're going to want to have a lot of inputs. But this thing only has 4 inputs. And I found out that wasn't enough. So I had to make some changes. So what we're seeing here is a picture on my computer of the little hardware machine that I have down here. The video switcher. This is the back of the video switcher. So you see here that this is the SDI version, not the HDMI version. Although it does have HDMI input ports here. This one is number 1, which is coming in from a camera, straight from SDI out to SDI in. This one is another SDI out input, just like 1. And this one is special because it can do either or, but it can't do both at the same time. You can plug in both, but you only want to have one live feed from whatever the source is. And I'm going to use both of them. And then last one is the scaler, which is I'm able to put my face over the footage of a game. So, see from here, you see me. What you're seeing on the preview screen is coming from this camera, because when I put my hand over it, you see my big hand is covering up there, because I have it on input 4, which is the red light down here. If you see the red light here. Now, if I switch the input to number 3, you'll see that a game is on the screen. Now, this game comes from my handheld, which is kind of like a DS, but DSs don't have any output port. So I have this kind of imitation thing that sends an HDMI mini into a converter box, because this little handheld device cannot send out the specs that I need. Like, this isn't 1080. I have to upscale it, so I have to run it into a little box first. And the box I'm running it into is this red thing here, which is called the Decimator. It's by some such company. And the best thing is that I have it connected to my computer via USB. And so it has a scaler in it. And the scaler in the control window, the scaler is source can be either the HDMI in or the SDI in. HDMI in is where this game is coming from here. But if the Wii here is on and it's on the home screen, and I'm running the Wii into a converter box that takes the yellow, red, white, the analog video and audio into a converter box that then sends the output of that also into this little red box on the SDI input. So because of these boxes that switch it from analog video to digital video has SDI output ports, it runs perfectly into the red box here, while the well, the HDMI input is taken by this little handheld thing here. So all I have to do then is go into the red box and switch the scalar source. So right now, if I wanted to play this, I'm on HDMI, and then I'll switch the settings into SDI, and ta-da, I've got the Wii. Now, the Wii is a little bit tricky compared to the handheld, I think, because I have to switch it back to maybe anamorphic so that you can see the whole screen of the Wii. Otherwise, I'm zoomed in too far. You can't even see the edges of the screen, but like now you can, right? So that takes some adjustment in the what would it be, the aspect ratio. So I have my handheld and the Wii combined into one input of this, well, two inputs of the red box, but I'm sending both of those out, but only one at a time because it can only do processing for either the HDMI in or the SDI in, but it's all coming out SDI out, and it's going into 3. Now, my computer, as you know, is also used as a source for games, and that is going into my third monitor here. And if I say exit this and turn off the decimator, because I'm not going to play any handheld thing right now, and I'm not going to play on the Wii, I'm going to play Commander Keen. So I'm going to say load up a bit of Commander Keen here. I shouldn't have chosen a mod with the long whatchamacallit. So it's on my primary screen, Windows, whoops, I press Windows, the full screen, Windows Shift over, Windows Shift over. Now it's on my third screen, which is this thing, and this thing sends its whatever's into it back out on HDMI, and that's where I made the switch. So now you can see it on the third screen, and that is because on here I've plugged my computer's third monitor output into the HDMI input on input 3, while the decimator box that is carrying the handheld and the Wii is on the SDI input of input 3. So there you have it. I'm not going to be playing the Wii while I play Commander Keen. I'm not going to be playing the handheld while I'm playing the Wii. So if I set the signal to here to auto, instead of choosing I want input 3 to be either or, I could have it be both or auto, so it detects which source is active for the third input. So all I have to do is turn off my third monitor and turn on the Wii or the handheld, and it's all coming on input 3, and that way it saves space, because now this can be another camera on 1, this is another camera on 4, and this is a crazy camera on 2. Hello. How you doing? So this the camera has HDMI input, which is this one, regular unaffected, and then it also has SDI output, which outputs into a box that turns the digital signal into analog, and then the analog goes into these weird VCR kind of effector things where I can go crazy with the crazy effects, which I probably have done on a video, maybe by now, maybe I haven't, maybe this is all new, so that I could do real-time visual effects, as well as when you see me do the echoey stuff, or the robot voice on this little box here for the sound, for my microphone. So I got the sound covered, I got the visuals covered. I don't know if, like, listen, I don't know. This is kind of weird. This is me. This is me. This is me. This is the real me. This is the fake me. But I thought that would be pretty cool to have the fake me. So what do you think? What do you think? Is that, any of that make sense? No? Dang it. What did I do wrong? Listen, we'll go over it one more time. This is the unaffected camera's output. This is all the games, including computer, Wii, handheld. But only one input at a time. Half of it is the decimator box, which handles the Wii and the handheld. The other half of input 3 is my third monitor, which is this thing here, which will handle computer games like Commander Keen or PC games. This is the crazy monitor thing of the output of this VCR stuff, and then this one can be anything. I haven't decided yet, but there is another camera up there. Hello, say hello. It's kind of dark. So yeah, pretty cool, huh? Wasn't that a cool idea to take the camera that has two simultaneous outputs, so you run one in there unaffected and you run the other one like crazy like this? Isn't that it? It's one of the best things I've ever done. You don't even know. Well, what